Alright, so this chart here for internal reference is going to help provide me the information I need to kind of give me a sense of where I'm at in drawing down each bucket. So here for personnel, it's going to take the total amount allotted for federal funds for that bucket and divide it by the number of quarters left, including this quarter. That number will be determined right here. And you can see on invoice 1 for quarter 1, it's in red, which means you need to fill it in. So as you can see, I just have created a little note here. For this quarter, the number should be the total number of project quarters. So for the first quarter. I'm going to change my view here so that we don't have to look around the page break. So you'd have to enter in for this project. If this is just an 8-quarter project, then you would enter in 8 here, and then that, of course, that's going to change how these numbers calculate. And but if you have a 12-quarter project, then you would do that. Now, if you have a 12-quarter or any number project, let's say it's 12, and then you get an extension, then you will have to kind of work with this chart, or it may not be of much use to you if you get an extension, because then the numbers will be a bit different. But it's based on, in the first quarter, you entering in how many quarters you expect to have for that contract, that project. So you would enter in as 12, and then if I go on to the second invoice and go over here to my internal reference chart, see, now it says 11, and that's automatically filled in. See, it's in green, so I don't even need to change that. And again, it includes the current quarter that you're looking at. That number, when it says number of quarters left, it includes the current quarter for that particular invoice. So going back to invoice 1, quarter 1, it's going to break this down for me and give me an estimate of how much might be appropriate to charge that bucket. Now, I have gone in already and figured out that I need about $833.33 for for each quarter for my program manager to expend that whole bucket through 12 quarters. And so at the moment, this says that it's 0 because I've already typed in all my quarters $833. You can just see it there for my federal on all the invoices. But if we consider another invoice where I haven't done that, travel, for example, travel is going to show that based on the total budget that I put in there, I've got $10,000 in travel to spend. Then that means if I wanted it even for each quarter, then I would want to spend $828.88. And then the amount I have left after that quarter's expenditures is going to appear in here. Now, just at the moment looking at this, I can see here for my travel that it's dropped down a little bit from 10,000, which is the figure I put in the cumulative budget spreadsheet, but I can see why. It's because I put in this 5350 over here when I was just creating an example. But you can see for many of my other categories where I just typed in 10,000 just as a round number for example purposes. 10,000 appears here, but then of course for the group total for a whole category like supplies, we have all the subcategories, then it all adds up to 50,000. So anyway, again, this number here is going to give me an estimate of how much I perhaps should charge that bucket that quarter. So I haven't put anything in for my project coordinator, and so it's going to give me, well, if I want the same amount for my project coordinator the whole time, then I would put in $833.33. And then it's going to show me how much has already been spent based on what's been entered into the cumulative budget, and so on. And we'll pick that up again in the next session.